Yo guys, welcome to my harvest video for building your farm. In this video I want to show you how I do my farm to be able to harvest tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 seeds. I'm also want to build another section like this, so I'm going to show you guys how I did that. Because once you get to tier 4 seeds, they're going to suck a lot of juice out of these. So I'll give you a quick tour of my farm and then I'll show you how I did it. So I have like a big area here with the purple stuff. With dispersers everywhere, and then this whole center area is going to be touched by each color of the dispersers, so it doesn't matter where you put the stuff in there. It'll all get fertilized by whatever thing you need, including the tier 4 seeds. So I have 3 of these, 2, and then the yellow one down here. And I also have just single ones down here for when I just pick up a whole bunch of seeds and I need to fill up my tanks. I will use these and then connect them all to the tanks up here as well. I also have from up here all of the stuff connected to these as well, just in case I don't have to use everything. I might as well put the juice back into the machines. I made a video like this before, but I didn't really like it because I couldn't get past tier 2 seeds with it, as I didn't realize that they required all three colors. So this video will hopefully help you guys out with that, and yeah, let's get to building. Alrighty guys, for the first part of the video, I am going to assume that you already have your tier 1 farms up and going and are feeding these tanks. When you get into tier 2 seeds, I would recommend having 5 of each tank. Tier 3, I would recommend having 10 of each tank. And tier 4, I would recommend having 20 of each tank because they suck like 300 juice per cycle. And it gets pretty crazy. So I wanted to expand on my area, so I'm going to show you guys how I do it. I might as well make a video while I'm doing it, and then after this I'll show you how I do my farms so you don't have to move stuff around or anything. You got the big area where it will do any seed. So we're going to need a total of 30 of these tanks. I already got some that's full, so I'm going to be using them. So I'm going to do a row of 10. It's pretty hard for me to count there while doing the first one, so this will probably be a little slower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So once you get 10 there, this is going to be my blue row. Next we want to skip a square, and then I'm going to go with the yellow. I have a full yellow tank as well, so I'm going to use it. And then we're going to do the same thing with 10 again. 5. You don't have to do it this way. I just find it looks nicer, I guess. So after that, we want to do the purple row now. So we're going to skip another spot. We'll go here. So we'll get all of our tanks down here. 8, 9, 10. So you can buy those tanks when you harvest seeds. There'll be a crafting thing down at the bottom, and they're called storage tanks. So after that, it should look like this. So next we're going to want to hook them up with pylons. So what we're going to do is put a pylon in between each one of these. So here we go. Put one there. There you go. It's being really finicky. Here. I wonder if I turn that off, if it'll be easier. There we go. Let's turn off the health bars, because it keeps clicking on the health bar thingy. So you want to put one in the middle of each one of these. And then we got to hook them up. One for each row. Go and go up here. So what this is going to do is going to connect each one of these to the source of being able to suck out the juice and to be able to fill these back up again. So once you got one on each side, up and down each one, it should look like this. Looks pretty neat and organized right now. I can assure you when you get up to the farm thing, it's not. So next we want to connect each one of these. So we're going to connect a pylon to this and a pylon to this. So we're just going to do this. So each one of these can only have 3 things hooked up to them, so this will use all 3 for each pylon. That's why we had to put them on every single square instead of not on every single square. That's the best I can come up with. So we'll hook these up. Now, since I have juice going to these, it should have everything turning yellow or whatever, but the other row won't. So it'd be a good way to see if your stuff's hooked up properly. So you can see all these are yellow, all these are hooked up to blue, and these won't be hooked up to anything as I didn't have any purple tanks. So these will still stay your neutral color. And then once you connect them all up, and if they all glow the color that you want, then it should. So once you do all that, you now want to hook up these to your whatever pylon you have feeding your other one. So we're going to go down to here. So now what that's going to do is I have this one going up feeding all these ones. So now it's also going to feed those when the other ones get full. So I have this connected to my farm here. And then all of these are connected up here. But you still want to connect them up to your areas up here. So I'm going to have to probably take a second to find the pylon that I have connected to those. So it'll just be a minute. So we have that. I'm pretty sure it's this one right here. So yeah, so that's connected to here. Oh no, it's not. Which one is connected to that? This one. So this one's connected to here and also connected to this pylon. So that means that this, if I have to suck the juice out of it, or if I don't need the juice for it, it'll go back into the tanks, because I have this coming out of my tank somewhere. It's connected somehow. I did it before. Yeah, it's somewhere in there. Okay, so this goes up to here, and then this will go down to here. So that's where it connects. So now we want to connect this one to here, and then that will cause it all to be connected there. It's a little confusing, but it's not bad once you get it. So we'll connect this to here, and then this will be to here, and then we have to connect this to this pylon here. So now everything is going to be hooked up with all this going up to this way, so it can suck the juice out of here. And I have this row up on going to this one, and then this one jumps over here, and then this one jumps to this one as well. So that's how you know they're all connected. As long as one works, they all work. And then you want to do it for all of the pylon thingies that you have. I'm not sure. I think this one's hooked up to here. So this blue one's hooked up to here, and then I'm sure it's hooked somewhere else. Or there should be another one. This one's hooked up to my little machine here. Now one of them's hooked up to that. That's all I know. I wish there was like an electric thing on the top so you can see. But so all of these will be, these blue ones will be hooked up to these things, and then it will drain and fill up these tanks and these ones as well. So now we want to do the same thing with the yellow. But first I want to hook the bottom part up too. Actually, I already did, I think. Yeah, so this part's all hooked up here, so it's going to be feeding this way. And then it's hooked up here, and it's going to be feeding down. So we're going to do that with the yellow ones now. So we'll start at the bottom first. So I have my yellow towers coming across here as my one yellow farm's here and my one yellow farm's here. So you can tell if they're all hooked up to yellow by the pylons being yellow. So we just want to click on this and click here. So that's all connected, and it's going to be filling up those tanks. And then going over here, we just need to find a yellow one here. This one should be able to be hooked up to something, because everything over here is already hooked up to everything. So it's going to fill up the tanks and suck from them as well. So we want to hook up the yellow here, and then hook up the yellow here. So now all those are connected. And then all my yellows come down to here. I believe this one's hooked up to here, and then this one gets hooked up to here to... I'll show you that after. I don't want to get too far ahead. Just doing the tank part. And then this one's going to be all my purple ones. So we want to hook up this purple one to here, because I have a purple farm way over here as well. I just didn't have enough seeds for it. So once we hook this up, everything here should turn purple. There we go. So everything there is purple. And then we just want to get some up there to connect to the other thing. That might be too far. Well, let me delete it. So we'll go here. And I'm probably going to need another one up there. So we'll just put this one, figure out a spot. Will that reach? No. This is where you get to the fun part. I just screwed it up. Hold on, I gotta reload the zone. Still a little buggy. If you delete one when you click on the top, then it won't. I may have to do something just like this. Do a small one here. And then hopefully that'll reach there. There we go. So we'll reach it there. And then hook this up to here. So all those are hooked up now, so it's going to get juice from up there and down to here. So that's how you hook those up. It's pretty simple. And it actually kind of looks like some like power plant thing or something. So now every time that you harvest something, so here I can quickly harvest something to show you. I'll just do my farm down here. So we'll harvest this. And then if you don't need any of these crafting things, and then this is where you can get your storage tanks, your pylons, and then your 3 other things. You condense it, and it will fill up something. So I think this one filled up these 2 tanks. But then you can see, oh, it filled up this one as well. So then you can see it's all hooked up. And you can see all the juice flowing around and stuff. So that's how you do the storage tank part. Next I'll get to the part where I build my farms. One of each color. Yo guys, welcome to my farm creation part of the video where you can grow tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 seeds. So I already put these yellow things down as I forgot to delete them when I started the video, but it's only the one thing. So you're going to want all 3 power sources coming in. So you want your purple, your blue, and your yellow. And then, here, I'll just pick these up real quick and then put them back down. So we're going to put these, you're going to need 3 of these to be able to do this properly, or at least the way I do it anyway. It's my way, it's proper. Anyway, enough with that. So we're going to set one here, like right in the corner. You can put this anywhere in your farm. This was like the only open spot that I had. And then the next one, you want to make sure that the yellow lines are connected. And then we're going to put one here and make sure the yellow lines are connected. So one thing to note about this is anything back here, or anything back here, or anything behind this, you can put whatever you want. If not, it's just going to automatically put tier 1 seeds back there. And the way this method works is the whole outside part won't get hit with all the things, so you just want to stay one square in. So we just leave the outside one for your tier 1 plants. So the next part is we're going to want to put down some dispersers. I have a diagram I'm going to alt tab to once in a while, just so I know like what I'm doing and make the video go as smooth as possible. So we're gonna need 9 of these. So we're gonna put one in front of the one that's like kind of in the middle of the other 2, and then we're gonna put 2 up here. So 1 here. So just go even with the collector thing, and then 2 on the other side, and then we're gonna do the same thing over here. So there we go. So you should have all 4 of your dispersers there. Or all 9. Apparently I need to learn how to count. I had to count to 10 earlier in the video, and apparently I forgot already. Anyway, so we're going to have purple, blue, or yellow. So I'm going to put purple to this one. You can pick whatever color you want, but I use purple for all my other farms, so we'll do that. So we got purple here. And then we want to put purple here and purple here. So what that's going to do is cover everything that's in the middle here. So everything should be covered in purple. So just stay behind the line here. So purple here and purple here. And then we're going to go behind the line here again. Go here. Purple here. Purple here. And then hopefully it'll reach over to here. Okay. So all those are purple. So if you highlight these so you can see the, can I turn the text off? No. Where the purple square is. There we go. Learning my shapes now. We're starting to get up there in IQ or whatever. So we got purple here. And then with this one, it'd be purple. So this one and this one should be right next to each other. See how they are? All right. So right here we got, I'm standing on the corner. And this one's right up on the corner too. And then this one should be the other corner. So this whole area is now covered in purple. So the next we want to do the other colors. So we're going to do, we'll do yellow next. Hold on, let me get off my diagram here. I'll post the diagram at the end of this if you guys just want to see what it's like. It's not a very good one, so I'm not exactly an artist. Just for an FYI. So the front ones, you want to have yellow. And the back ones, you want to have yellow. So that will completely cover that whole area in yellow. And then we want to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm just going to go around outside here, actually. Just to make it easier. And then head in over here. Head in there. So we want the back one yellow. And then I don't think that's going to reach the front one, so we'll just put another one here. And then go here and put the front one yellow. So this should cover the whole thing in yellow now. So yellow, 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 and yellow. And then we need the other color, which is blue. So I'm going to take the blue around the outside as well, just to make it easier. So we're going to have all the remaining ones blue. So I have a blue one here. So that should cover most of the middle part there. And then we're going to want to take it over to the other side. Once I get my lines up here. I think that's too far. Yeah. So just figure out how to make these things connect. Like I said, behind this line, it doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about wasting farm space or whatever, as these are for your tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 seeds. So we'll just go around here. Here. Go here. Oh, that should reach. So now with everything hooked up here, everything should be covered by all three colors. So you just have to highlight the check in the certain areas. So purple here will be covered by here and here. Yellows will be covered through the whole middle part. And then the blues will be covered here. So we're only going to be growing really in this area. Or like right in here. So I got a little trick, I guess, that I use for when I plant my seeds. To show you guys, make it a little bit easier. I'll show you that in the seed part of the video, how I use this as my thing. So that's how you build your farm to be able to support tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 seeds. One thing I forgot to mention is once you get all this set up, you want to make sure that your life force collectors are also connected to the pylon things, so when you're extracting all the energy you're not using, you're not wasting it, and you can fill up your tanks again. So that's pretty easy. Just grab a pylon, just any one that's feeding it, and connect it to that. Because as long as it's feeding it, it'll get back to the tanks because you know it's connected. So put that one there. And then for over here, hopefully this one can connect to one more thing. I think so. So we'll connect the other one up here. Here. Oh, it's already at max. Can this one reach over there? There we go. 2 here, 1 down here, and then connect it to here. So now when you harvest and you don't use all your juice, you can store it. So that's how you do that. Just make sure that all your things are connected to the yellow thing. And then for the next portion of the video, I'm going to show you the seed thing. I'm just going to swap these out for purple ones. That's going to be the only difference, and then I'll show you guys how that works. Alright, so for the seed portion of the video, for planting, this will work for any tier seeds. Just knock everything down a tier when you want to do it, or up a tier or whatever. So I have a tier 3 seed here and some tier 2s. You can do this with a tier 4, you just need the same amount of tier 3s, and a tier 2 you need the same thing with tier 1s. I can show you a few tricks as well. So for the tier 3 part I'll show. So what I do to make this work is use the tier 3, you got your collector here, the 2 that are across from each other with all the things. Just don't go to first square, but go to second square. And then plant these all around it. And then let me go grab some tier 2 seeds real quick. Hopefully there's some in there. Or tier 1s, I mean. So those are my tier 2s. So you're going to have all of the adjacent wild seeds for that. And then these ones you won't. You'll need one more. So you can do this. Usually you would hit auto disperse, but if you're doing tier 4s to tier 3s, you can do one of two things. You can do it this way, so in each one of these corners, you can stick one in, and it will require no adjacent ones. Or if you have an abundance of tier 2 seeds, you can also use tier 2 seeds in here as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then when you hit the auto plant thing, it's going to put all the seeds around here to get more tier 3s and tier 2s and stuff. I do it with tier 3s all the time as well. So if you had tier 3 seeds, I don't have very many of them right now. What I would do is I would put, actually I think I might have a couple. I can use it as an example. Tier 3, yeah. Hopefully this will work. So for tier 3, it's pretty much for all of them. So I'm going to do the same thing. So we're 1 here. Actually, let me move up here real quick. Turn the map off. So tier 3, so we go space here. So let's just say that all of these are tier 3s because I don't have the tier 3s. So with the tier 3s, just pretend these are tier 3s. You want to do this thing again. Like so. And then that will be, because it requires like tier 2. Did I put tier 1s down? Alright, so just pretend these are tier... there's my tier 2. So we'll do the tier 2 thing. Oops, I don't want that one. Tier 3 will work too, but... So as long as if these are tier 3, it's still going to have it work with this. So if these are all tier 3, just pretend these are all tier 3s. I wish I had enough, but I don't. The way that you would get these to all fertilize with the collector thing is you just put these are actually tier 2s now. Put tier 2s in all the corners. And then that will be 2 adjacent things for each whatever. And then for the tier 2s, the tier 3s, since they need at least tier 1 seed or higher, when you plant everything, so if I hit this, it will be all the second tier as well. So you can do like a whole whack of tier 2 or tier 3s if you want with the system as well. So yeah, that's pretty much my farming guide video. I hope I didn't ramble on too much. Hopefully you guys find it helpful. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. But yeah, just yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a great day.